The Palwo or Chope are found in Kiriandongo district, with a large concentration of them in Karuma Town Council. Folklore has it that their Luo ancestors escorted Prince Isingo Mampoga Rukidi as he traveled from West Nile to take up the throne as the first Mobito king of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. The throne had been recently vacated by Wamara, the last Muchwezi king, who disappeared into thin air. In 1893, the Bachope proved themselves to be great allies of Omkama Kabarega in his last years of resistance against Major General Henry Colville, the British Commissioner for Uganda. Here, at Kabarega Ceremonial Grounds in Okweche B Cell, Northern Ward, Karuma Town Council, on a rocky patch of ground, stands a lasting memorial to Kabarega's escape route from the British. The warrior standing next to Kabarega is Owinyi Akulu, a chief from Lango who helped Kabarega in many of his battles. It is believed he led a number of strikes against the British and their allies and forced them to flee back towards Buganda Kingdom. For a long time, this is where Kabarega rested until the colonial forces renewed their attack. He rewarded Owinyi Akulu with 3 Banyoro women, guns, slaves, and pigs, and built for him a house, which still stands today in Kamdini.
These are halls of Omweso. The community believe it was made by Mukama Kabalega. This hall is where Mukama Kabalega and the team will put a pot full of local brew. They entangle it and then they take as they are having their party times.
At Okweche, Kabarega resorted to guerrilla tactics against the British. However, Okweche was not just a tactical headquarters, it was also a place of fun.
We had Bachope, we had Banyoro, and then Langi. Yes, they will cross the river. There is a crossing point there. They call it a Daglang.
A few meters away was a spot for playing games. The land on which the memorial stands belongs to Yakobo Ochan. Ronald Okello, the tourism officer for Kiriandongo district, says a public-private partnership with the landowner is being considered to turn the Kabarega ceremonial grounds into a tourist attraction. The challenge, though, is that there is no access road to the ceremonial grounds. If you're using a car, you have to navigate through thorny bushes up to a certain point and then walk on foot. Also, there is fear that balalo, or herdsmen, are encroaching on the land.
The community around, some of them you'll find them climbing on top of the monument. So the district has allocated 20 million shillings to fence this place next financial year.
In 1898, the British renewed their campaign against Kabarega. Owinyi Akulu led Kabarega a few kilometers away to another tactical headquarters, which he had made earlier. Here, he lived in a 4x4 trench on the banks of the River Nile, about 11 kilometers behind the present-day Karuma Bridge. This land is also owned by Yakubu Ochan's family. After realizing that the resistance had become futile, Owinyi Akulu led Kabarega to this spot on River Nile, where a boat had been readied for his escape. The boat carried Kabarega across the Nile into Lango sub-region, where he was eventually captured, together with Sekabaka Danieli Basamulekere Mwanga II. Today, the youth of Okweche B Cell cool off the heat of the day at this historical escape point on the Nile. Omkama Kabarega spent 24 years in exile and died when he was 70 years old. In 2009, he was declared a national hero. Gillian Nantume, NTV in Karuma Town Council.